Hey everyone, welcome back to day 19 of our 30-day Power BI series. I'm Umi Asma and today we are diving into scatter plot in Power BI. Okay, so the scatter charts are a fantastic tool for visualizing relationship and correlations between two quantitative variables. Okay, so let's get started. What is a scatter chart? A scatter chart, also known as a scatter plot, represents data points as you can see it on the image, okay, on a two-dimensional axis. Like here is your x-axis and y-axis, while display values for typically two variables. Okay, it's great for showing trends, clusters, or outliers in your data set. Yes. So this is our Power BI. On the right hand side, you can see the data here. Okay. So in the previous video, we have learned about a tree map. In today's class, we are going to learn about a scatter plot. So here is your scatter chart. Double click on it. Double click on the icon. And here you get a tile on the screen. Just drag it and you can resize the visual. If you select a visual, okay, on the right side of your screen, just below the build visual, you get a data fields, values, x-axis, y-axis, and here we have a legend, size, play, axis, tooltips. All right, so these are the data fields we have got here. Do here is in the x-axis, I'll be giving okay, region. I want to see the sales by region. So in the y-axis, I'll give a sales. All right. So here, scroll down, and when you click on this y-axis, here you get a drop down. It says sum, average, minimum, maximum, count distinct, standard deviation, variance, medians. Okay. Okay. So I'll be selecting a sum here. So if not sum, I can select the average here so that it shows the average. So the small dots you can see here, so this is your scatter plot. So here the down at your region, central, east, south, and the west. Okay. Here we have an average sales by region. So I don't want to give a region here. So you can give you can close this and you can see the you can give a x-axis category wise. All right. Okay, you can try it out with this. If you don't want that, you can just select the subcategory, product subcategory. Here we have appliances, windows, bookcases, shades, and Christmas. So this is your scatter plot. All right. So here, see, when you give a values, you cannot give this x-axis and y-axis. Give x-axis, y-axis, you cannot give a values. Okay. So now in the tool tip, let's give a okay. No, in the legend, we'll give a region here. Okay. Yes. So see here. The region you can see here. Okay, so this central, east, south, and the west. All right. So and if you want to give it in a play axis also, you can give it. Let's to give a quantity order in the play axis. See, here I gave you only because to show you guys, if you give a x-axis and y-axis, you cannot give a value and play axis. If you give a play axis, okay, you cannot give a x-axis and y-axis. This is how it says. So remove play axis to display x and y-axis space. Alternatively, you can keep play axis and a set of summarization for x axis and y axis. All right. So that's important for us to keep it in the mind. This happens in the scatter plot. All right. Yeah. So in the tooltip, let's look at the profit. So I want to give a profit in the tooltip. So whenever I click format visual, so in the format visual, we have x axis, y axis, legend, grid line, zoom, slider, markers, plot area, background. So I want to give a changes, do a changes in the x-axis. So I can give a font size, that you can give it a bold, italic, or underline. Any color you can select it here. Okay. Now we have a title in the x-axis. So you can give a title. You can give a style, which style you want it you can give, and you can again do the same thing. You can give a font and font size. We have a bold, italic, underline, and the color here in the title as well. Okay. Then we have a layout. So the category width, you can just select it, the layout width. Okay. So see here, you can just select that. Okay, so let me reset to default here. Yeah, so we are done with the x-axis. Now let's move on to the y-axis. So in the y-axis, we have a range. So you can give a minimum 1, 2, 3 range, and the maximum we have it. All right. Yeah, so now we have a values. You can give you can select a font size for the values, and you can increase the size. Let me give just click on this drop down, and I will be giving a Georgia here. Okay, so see here, the font style is changed to Georgia, and I want to increase the size of this font size. All right, so the values of y axis. All right, so if you want to change it that in the x axis also, you can do it here. Okay, you can just have to go to values and select it, so like Times New Roman, and you can increase the size here. Okay, so see, the size is increased. Now you can see it. All right, so you can increase the size of the values. All right, you can change the font, you can change the color of this values. So that is done. We are title that you can change it in the y-axis. And here we have a legend, so where you have to position the legend center, left, top, left. Okay, so that you can select it, you can position it. And here again we have a text, the same options we have it. And the title for the legend you can give, so it's a region, so I'll just keep a region only. Okay, yeah, so now let's look at the grid lines here. So this is your grid lines. In the grid lines we have a horizontal grid lines, so you can just select a color, transparency. Yeah, so here it's a dotted, so you can give a dashed grid line. So see here, as you can see here, the grid lines appears on the screen. Okay, so now I'll give a dotted. uh, Let me increase it, so I'll give a 100. Okay, so see here, you can now you can see the grid lines here. Okay, so this is your grid lines which is appearing on the screen here. It's a dotted now. You can give a scale by width. Okay, you can increase the width here. Now now you can easily figure it out, this one. All right, yeah, so this is your horizontal. In the grid lines we have. Now if you want to give a zoom slider, you can give a zoom slider. As you can see, you can just increase and decrease the, see, yeah, so you can give it here. Okay, so this is how your zoom slider works. And here we have a marker. So in the markers we have like if you want to apply the setting, to which section you have to apply the setting, to which region, central, east, south and west, so you can select that and you can apply that. So fast in the format visual, because I have already explained this format visuals in our previous videos where in a detailed manner. Okay, so and here you have a shape, so you can select a shape. Like if you want to give a dot, you can give it. Now if I want to give a square, you can select a square, you can see the square on the screen. And no, I want to give a triangles, you can see the triangles. Okay, so the shapes you can select it here. Yeah, and here we have a color also, you can change the color for the shape and the border spacing. So now here we have a plot area background, so you can give a area, like you can give a background also for this. Just click on the add. Right now I don't have a background, so let's not give that. You can download it from the Google. So even how to download and how to give a background, even this I have shown in my previous video. Okay, please go do check that. That's it for today's session. You create and use scatter charts in Power BI. Thus, visuals are simple yet powerful for uncovering insights from your data. So, if you found this tutorial helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the upcoming videos. So, tomorrow on day 20, we will explore another exciting Power BI visual. So, stay tuned. Drop your questions or suggestions in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Happy Power BI.